Hello, welcome to Growing Energy. I'm Energy. Welcome. If this is your first time checking me out, thank you for stopping by. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back. So what I wanted to do is just do a quick reading, like a quick what's going to happen in the next 7 days reading. I don't have any cards pulled for a pile to pick from. What I do have here is certain areas of your life that I want to focus on. So we're going to focus on transformation. The glare from the ring light might drown that out. We're going to focus on what's helping you this week go towards your destiny, what's expanding in your life, right? And then we're going to touch on a little bit of love, because I just want to throw love in there. Who doesn't want to know about love? Anywho, okay, so you can either pick from pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. Okay, so let's start with pile 1. If you chose pile 1 or this pen right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down and look at your transformation, your destiny expansion, and your love life. So in the next 7 days for pile 1, what area of their life will be transforming? Where is the most transformation happening in their life? What area can they expect some kind of change? And okay. Okay, so we'll go with the 5th house. So this is basically your performance. Well, yeah, basically performance. If you're a performer, this is good for the 5th house. But like pleasure, passion, it also has to do with kids, romance. So let's narrow it down though to see what it's looking like. So there's transformation coming to pile 1's 5th house, but let's clarify that a little bit more. I see this as communication. I see this as, and this might come up in the love portion, but let's keep going. Some form of communication. The way you talk to somebody, the way the conversation goes, some kind of speaking to each other, something, because okay. This is someone or something that I feel like this does have to do with some kind of a love affair. The 2 cards that came out were the 5 of Pentacles. Let's see if you can hear. The 5 of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Now, what I do know about the King of Swords is both the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, they can be very sharp with their words, especially the King of Swords. He can be very manipulative. This person doesn't have to be a he. We're not assigning a sex to anybody, right? But what I'm saying is I say he because it was a man on the card. But this person, right, this kind of energy can be manipulative, and they could speak very harshly. So I feel like if there was some kind of issue that went on with an argument or some kind of argument you had previously in the past that had to do with maybe love, it had to do with some kind of goals or dreams or aspirations that you have that someone wasn't on board with, there's a transformation coming through in that area. Let's pull some tea leaf cards. Increase in material wealth and spiritual growth. This could be something that had to do with money, and because we do see the 5 of Pentacles here, so it could have been like a harsh conversation about money, something about losing money, an argument about someone losing your money or not giving money back. But I feel like there's a transformation coming in with that. Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So I feel like if you've given someone money in the past and there was a falling out or an issue because they haven't paid you back, I feel like you have some money coming your way. Let's get another breakdown of this particular situation with this transformation. And for some of you, all right, so this could have been an argument and you and this person are still kind of watching each other online. But for some of you, this is a relationship, because we do see the relationship card coming up here, the Libra card. And yeah, I feel like this is a partnership. If this is not a romantic partnership, this is, which the 5th house is like dating and romance. The 7th house is really like overall partnerships, like business partnerships and stuff like that. And Libra does rule the 7th house. So You could have went into business with someone you're romantically linked to, someone that you're close friends with, there might be some kind of I don't want to say sexual tension or a sexual nature or something. Might have been something that you guys had in the past. But regardless of whatever, I see money coming into you, money coming to you from something you did in the past. And I feel like it has to do with money you gave. And I feel like you gave this money when you were kind of, like, let's say you only had $10 to your name and this person needed money. You gave them $5 and they said, I promise to pay you back. And then they didn't pay you back on time. So it caused a rift. Well, I feel like this person is coming in and I feel like they're scared to come in and talk to you too. Isn't it funny, like, when someone does you wrong and they ignore you, it's because of the fear of having to address you or be honest with you? And look at these people walking towards this king. Now, they can go inside this place and ask for help, right? But I feel like in this situation, because we have the financial gain coming from something in the past and the transformation, I feel as though this is being scared to address it, or this can be, for some of you, this can be the transformation is you've been scared to ask for some kind of money or some kind of assistance, and you're going to just put it all out there and ask for it, and you'll get that money that you're looking for, loan or whatever you're looking for. So let's go into your North Node and Destiny. What area of your life is expanding? It could be next week. It could be starting next week or the next 7 days. Let's not just say next week. The next 7 days. What area of your life is expanding? I'm going to take this one. Ooh, okay. Your subconscious mind, your 12th house, your dreams, especially with the 3rd house on the bottom, your dreams. And I almost feel like I want to talk about your speech. I want to talk about social media, and I want to talk about things you do online. This might not apply to everyone, but some of you could be going into like, or be interested in dream interpretation. Like you're really into interpreting dreams. And you're going to find out that you kind of have a knack to do it for other people as well. And the 3rd house card being on the bottom of the deck, and then also the 10th house being right under it. You can make a career out of helping people interpret things. It could be occult things, because the 12th house is also a house of, everyone just thinks it's the 8th house. That's like an astrology house or occult, like, you know, tarot and stuff like that. But it's also the 12th house too. It's also the 12th house as well. And the 12th house also has to do with your subconscious beliefs, your subconscious mind, and maybe the things that could have been blocking you. So I feel like the more you kind of heal through certain things and unblock yourself, especially within the next few days, your dreams could be different. Your dreams could be very informative. You could have some, I don't want to say karmic dreams, right? But dreams that are like leading you down a certain path, because we're talking about North Node and we're talking about expansion. You can have dreams that are instructing you to do something. But for those of you that definitely are into like occult things or hidden things that are hidden from your subconscious mind, or things that are hidden beneath the surface, things that are more taboo, and you do have an online platform, I think you'll be doing really well next week, especially if you put out something online. If you also, I see photography equipment here. So if you're into photography, I don't know what a spiritual photographer is, but I just heard that term. I don't know if you like take pictures of, you know those people that search for ghosts and they try to take pictures of different places so they can see if there's any kind of like orbs or anything like that. I don't know why I'm coming up with that, but let it apply if it needs to, or just let it go, you know? But I feel like this has to do with your subconscious mind. So I see that there's expansion coming in your thought process and healing and clearing out any kind of karma and old baggage, like something significant is happening. And it's going to help you with something that has to do with your future of your career. And it also has to do with something that has to, like online, being an occultist, photography, things that help with communication, especially communication that has no bounds, that you're kind of putting out there into the world. So look for that in the next upcoming week. And let's get to what's going. Oh no, let me pull one of these cards to see, like, for this expansion, what else can we expect with expansion? What else is expanding, leading us to our destiny? I feel like this is definitely could be spiritual work, right? But I feel like your heart space, I feel like your emotional center, I feel like whatever you're clearing out, whatever is coming up through your dreams is going to help you emotionally. It's going to help you become emotionally mature. It's going to help you with any kind of emotional ups and downs that you have suffered. It's almost like you're getting hidden knowledge. In your sleep, you're getting hidden knowledge about things that have kind of been stuck, or you like went through, that you hid deep in your subconscious and almost forgot about the situation that you went through, right? Now where things are going to be coming up to the surface to be healed, to be blessed and released, and it's going to cause you to have more things are going to be more calm emotionally for you. It might not be for everybody, but if you're going through anything emotionally where you feel like you've been emotionally up and down, I feel like there's calmness coming in to, like, yep, the emotional up and down, right? I feel like you have some calmness coming into your life, and you'll be able to, especially emotionally, feel like just more settled, right? Okay, and let's pull a card from over here about anything else could be coming up for their destiny, an expansion. Ooh, we have a Sagittarius card, and going right back into the 12th house, spirituality, spiritual concepts. If you're into anything occult, a feeling of jubilation can lift you up. There can be exhilaration as you look to move forward. So moving forward after maybe emotional ups and downs, so you'll be happier. The next few days, you can expect to feel more moments of being happy, especially if you've been in a rut emotionally. This will be a very welcome change for you. Let's pull a tea leaf for this section. Okay, we have time to get out of a situation. Okay, so if there's a situation that's causing you any kind of pain emotionally, it's time to get out of that, which means it's changing. This is definitely, and this is destined for it to change. Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. So you're being led to some more money, and then we did see money here, increase in spiritual wealth, and then financial gain. So things that were hidden from you, things that are being brought to the surface now in the next few days, are going to help you lead to expansion of money. And I see this short journey here. So if you're asked to take a trip or to go on a journey or do something, I suggest you go, because something great can come out of it. Okay, so let's look into love. All right, so talk to me. What's the situation with love? Let's get one of these feelings cards. What's the situation with my pile one's love life? In the next week, few days, you'll be vibing with someone. You'll be feeling, like this card, the vibing card, is basically like feeling each other out, getting to know each other. If you're in an established relationship, it's kind of just like, hanging out, reminding each other why you were into each other again. Now, if this has to do with the person that owes you money, maybe if it was a romantic person that owed you money and is finally paying you, or this situation is getting figured out. This is like, let's say you had an argument, you stopped talking to somebody, and then you start talking again. It doesn't just go right back into, being lovey-dovey with each other. It's basically like, you guys taking time to feel comfortable with conversation and everything like that. Now let us pull a card for this. A distant friend is thinking about you. So this vibing out is somebody who probably lives far away, maybe is at a little distance, 20 to 30 minutes away from you, or they're emotionally distant right now. And we did see the emotional card coming up here, like, you know, balancing your emotions. So someone that is probably emotionally distant from you because of maybe an argument or something like that, there's going to be a way to rectify the situation. And this says, Cain, pay attention to your health. So because this is the emotional section or love, your love life, pay attention to, you know, how you feel within your relationships. If you feel as though you're being appreciated, you're being respected, you're being loved. And if you feel as though even though you get back together with this person, it doesn't feel, or, you know, you and the person you're in a relationship with, you solve the argument, but you still feel uncomfortable, talk about it. Communication is literally going to be your best friend in any relationship dynamic you have, because what you don't speak about, what you don't say, just goes to the wayside, and then you're left feeling like you don't feel you're not being heard, but did you say everything that you needed to? Can we get another card for love for the next week? Okay. Once again, we got some money here, but this is also an offer coming in. An offer to build, an offer to work things out, and just an offer coming in. Here, I'm going to pay you back the money. Please forgive me. Or I just want to get to know you more. I'm thinking about you a lot. I feel like you're my wish fulfillment. I don't want to let you go. Here, I'm offering this to you. Please stay. Please be with me. Please love me. All the good stuff. All the feels. Everything. Let's pull these cards for their love life. Give me some advice for pile number 1 for this week. Okay. Some of you, I see the endings card and I see self-worth. I'm going to read them both to you, okay? Something must end for something new to begin. Ooh, we have that something new beginning. Think of something you have lost in your life. Did you process it fully? What needs to be felt before you can move on? You are worthy. There's nothing that you need to earn, achieve, perform, or receive to make this statement true. Say something kind to yourself every day to help you remember that you are a pearl in the oyster. So for those of you that are ending a fight with somebody, right? It's time for it to end. It's time for it to end, but what's going to help you moving forward in this situation is knowing your self-worth. Knowing your self-worth will literally benefit you in this situation. So like you know your self-worth, then you put down some ground rules. This is how I want to be treated. This is how I don't want to be treated, you know, within your love life. And those things can come up in any relationship. In any relationship that you deal with, there can be situations where you feel like you're not being fully appreciated. Or if you're just now dating and you've went through something in the past that has kind of led you to be closed off emotionally, what you need to do is focus on not just keeping someone around or being happy that someone is there to the point where you neglect yourself and you don't put yourself first, or you're disrespecting yourself by way of what you allow. You are letting people know, I appreciate myself, I love myself, therefore what I expect, how I expect someone to treat me should be the same, if not better than how I treat myself. And you have to make sure that you're loving on yourself, because sometimes people see the way we treat ourselves and that lets them dictate how they're going to treat you. You don't want anyone treating you like shit because you're treating yourself like shit. So that's what I got for you, pile 1. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for checking this reading out. Okay. If you chose pile 2, or you chose this pen right here, I hope this is the pile 2 pen. Well, pile 2. If you chose pile 2, this is your reading. Okay, so we have transformation, we have North Node, destiny, and expansion, and then we have some love at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what area of your life is transforming the most. What area of your life is transforming the most in the next few days? What area of your life? I'm going to go with the 7th house. Your partnerships. And the closeness you feel to those partnerships. That is what is coming up for review in the next week. how you relate to people, how you get along with people. This could be a marriage, this could be your friendship, this could be business relationships, but let's pull some more cards to see where this is coming from. So let's clarify the Pluto card and the 7th house. Where is this coming from? What kind of partnerships are we talking about? What kind of relating are we talking about? What kind of companionships are we talking about? This is all right, so we have fast communication, but we don't have fast communication after having to be defensive, standing your ground, protecting yourself. Why did I say that? Why did I act that way? Why did I fight with this person? You could probably watch pile 1, because an argument about finances came up in pile 1. I'm not saying this is what this is, but whatever kind of relationship dynamic this is, whether it be business, whether it be romantic, whether it be a family member, there was a fight, some harsh words that did happen, and you've kind of had to go into, with this Hermit card here, like, it's almost like I see someone reacted really fast and then had to go into hiding, or had to like go into thinking about like, why did I react this way? What was my motivation for reacting this way? Almost like you felt like you acted out of character. So it was a situation where you felt as though you acted out of character that is going to be transforming. Let me see if I can't pull something else about it here. This is heartache over what you no longer have. So if you can think to something in the past and you might have lost something and there was an argument about something that you've lost, it's like right now you're transforming your thought process. Like, it's like you're healing from some kind of pain that you went through that had to do with a fight. Whether you be healing with another person or rectifying that within yourself. Like, why did I react that way? And then this says unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Like I see, there's some kind of change happening within you, and it's a change that you wanted. Like, let's say you're used to having to fight a lot in relationships, or I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. Let's say you're just used to having to fight a lot. Like, that's your go-tos, you get defensive. It's almost like in the next few days, you're going to get tired of your own ways, because when you react off of impulse, that's not your intuition. That's not you using your intuition. That's you just acting off of impulse. What's being told to you right now is going forward, right? What's transforming for you is moving forward. When you are in any kind of dynamic where you feel like it is not as favorable for you, you're going to be able to almost like, it's like a step outside yourself and look at the situation from a higher perspective so that you can make the right decision. And it's only going to benefit you moving forward, because you don't want to burn any bridges, and you don't know who you're going to have to work with or use or work with, I just said that, in the future, right? And you don't want to create it so, you react off an impulse, you burn a bridge, and then you can never work with that person again, or that person knows someone, and let's say you're going for a job interview, or you're looking for an opportunity in some way, shape, or form, and they're like, oh, I can't give this to you, and you find out later that they know the person that you had some kind of issue with, or whatever the case is. And I'm not saying that you're a bad person, or you scream a lot or anything like that, but there's always aspects of ourselves that we can tweak or learn from. And I feel like you're learning from outbursts, you're learning from emotional outbursts, you're learning from things that cause you to get emotional really fast, or to have really strong reactions really fast. It's just you being able to preserve your energy more. Like especially with the 10 of Swords on the bottom, it's like the ending of that cycle. Yeah, and the sun here, definitely. The ending of that cycle, the ending of, and then also like the worrying, you're not worrying anymore. Instead of you worrying about your reactions or worrying about the reactions of people towards you, because this could have happened towards you. Someone could have spoke harshly to you in some kind of dynamic, a boss, a sister, a brother, whoever, right? And they had to go into, like, I don't want to say hiding, but they had to really go into themselves to be like, why did I react that way? What's going on with me? And it caused them a lot of grief. It caused them to kind of like stay up, like sleepless nights. Like, why did I react that way? There's something that's coming up to me that's like making me think, like, why did I react that way? Why did I do that? And you're getting the knowledge about why you did that, whoever you or the other person, but you don't have, like, things are going to change. That's just the positive transformation for you, is the fact that the pain and everything you felt from this cycle of your life, and when you did certain things, it's over. And the good thing about these two cards together is what I always tell people with the Ten of Swords card is it looks as though like this person is dead, has swords in their back, but especially in the older like Rider-Waite tarot deck, you can clearly see his hands doing this, and this is like a sign of peace. Like, it looks like he's in pain, but he's at peace because it's the end and the sun is coming up and you have the sun right here. So whatever argument or misunderstanding took place, there's going to be a transformation of that moving forward. Okay, let's pull another card, something like some kind of advice for this situation, for this transformation. Assertiveness. Make the earth shake under your feet and run for your goals. Move forward with power and energy. Get fired up, your motivation, and make progress assertively. It's time to take action. So, whatever this may be, whatever change you're trying to make, whatever knowledge you're trying to get about a decision or something that you did or a reaction you had, just look at it straight in the face. Whoever this person is, see it head on, make the changes you need to, and that's going to be a great transformation for you coming up within the next week. Okay, let's go on to, here we go. North Node and expansion. What area of your life is expanding? What is destiny? Where is destiny playing a hand in your life? Where is destiny helping you? Where is your expansion? This card right here. We have the 9th house, the house of higher education, the house of travel, and spirituality too. If it's been a goal of yours to take, look up the angel number 911. And I'm telling you to do that because I've been seeing 911 for a few days now. So maybe that might help some of you with whatever message this is. But if you've had a trip planned or you've been wanting to take a trip, I feel like this is not only taking a trip. I don't know why I'm seeing Egypt. But I feel like this is not, and I see a passport here. I feel like this is not only taking a trip. This is something that's like a wish fulfillment. So maybe you might get blessed in the next week with a trip. There might be a surprise trip coming up. Something that, like a friend, going with a friend or having a friend lead you to some information that's going to help you choose something. If this has to do with anything spiritually, I feel like this is something you've asked for. If you've been meditating and praying for like a deeper awareness spiritually, you're going to get that deeper awareness. So focusing on deeper concepts, focusing on religion, but I do feel like there's someone here to help you with that. And it's like an expansion of your thought process. It's an expansion of your spirituality. It's an expansion of the good blessings for you when it comes to travel. So if you're taking a trip within the next few days, this is going to be a really great trip. It's going to be life-changing for you, and it's almost going to feel as though it's destined and it's like a blessing. It's like a gift, or you could be gifted with a trip coming up. Like, you could be gifted in the next few days or a few weeks with a trip that might be taking place later, but still, like, you find out about it, or you start the process within the next week or so. So tell me more about this expansion. Where else are we expanding here? Where else is pile number 2 expanding? Where else is this expansion coming from for pile number 2? I actually see this as, the 4 of Swords and the Emperor. I see this as if you've been feeling like under the weather, or if you've been feeling recently like you don't feel like you have enough energy to complete your goals or go after your vision or something that you want to accomplish. Like you have a goal, you have something that you're working towards. It could be spiritual, but you could be taking classes for it because the 9th house is also like higher education. Something that you like, let's say you've been doing it and you want to get to here. You have visions of being here. Your ultimate goal for you, your wish fulfillment will be to be here, to get to this level in life. Right, but you just can't find the motivation to get there. I feel like I see you being motivated within the next few days to get some schoolwork done, to take some courses. Maybe it's a self-paced course that you signed up for and it's like, just having to go through the work because you're exhausted from day to day. I feel like a new vitality coming. The one thing I like about the Emperor, right, is the Emperor looks stern. But the Emperor also has all of that. I think this is an Aries card, right? Aries, let's think about Aries energy. Let's think about, going after things, using fire, not even thinking, sometimes just acting on impulse. And we did talk about using your intuition and not acting on impulse, but what we can take from this Aries energy is the fire to start things. With fire signs, they're really good at that inspiration, that spark to start things. So this could be a spark for you this inspiration or spark could be towards your health or something that gets you up. Maybe you start working out more. Maybe there's expansion in your physical health, right? And you start working out and your body starts looking great, and it's a wish fulfillment because maybe you've been taking classes on kinesiology or you've wanted to get in better shape. And you're going to start doing that. Find something that's going to work for you that you're going to feel energized doing. It's going to kind of take you to the next level. Let's see what else could be expanding for you. Okay, we have not needing to worry about finances. Like with the card, because we're looking at destiny, we're looking at expansion. I'm looking at someone that has had money issues. I'm looking at someone that maybe has, maybe the last few months have been a little tight financially. Right, it's a temporary situation that you're in with this tent, but things are definitely changing. A wish fulfillment could be coming in, especially when it comes to your finances. And look, whale, great worry over nothing. So you could have been extremely worried about, the next step financially. But I feel like there might be someone in your friend group or someone that you meet in a friend group that's going to be helping you with your next steps to be able to go forward, especially financially, or to expand your finances further. And this, we have bird perched, waiting for news, a package, or a letter. So there's some kind of information coming in for you that's going to help out your money situation. So look for that to expand your finances, to expand within the next week, or something to start to get you out of this rut that's going to help you build those finances that you want. And be sure, please, to look up the number 911. Look that number up. So let's see what we have for an advice card or just another message for transformation, for destiny, for my pile 2, for this section of their life. Innovation. When a gate that was closed opens with no warning, one must be in the right place at the right time to step through. When new ideas emerge, open your mind to receive them. This could be you getting those downloads and those new ideas. Okay, so when new ideas emerge, open your mind to receive them, else they will recede unnoticed and unremembered. When you get a nudge to do something, write it down, jump on it, put a notes in your notes app on your phone or something, put notes in your phone. Remember what you thought of, because you're going to get the inspiration and the people are going to come along for you to help you realize whatever that is. Okay, so let's go on to love, my dear. Let's see what is going on with your love life over the next week or so. Okay, all right, we see that. Oof, confused. Their head is spinning, not sure what to do, need to talk it out. So we have some confusion within the love space. Let's see if we can go deeper on this. Why is there confusion? Why is there confusion? I'll tell you why there's confusion. Because somebody in this romantic dynamic, if you're single, If you're completely single, this could relate to situations you had in the past. If you are in a situationship or in a regular relationship, the confusion is coming from projecting stories in their head, make up their own rules, put their stuff on you. So it's almost like you don't know what's going on. I don't know how someone feels. And instead of me asking them how they feel, I turn around and I make something up where well, they must feel this way because they said hi this way, or, they have to be talking to someone else because they didn't call me back within an hour. And like, so now you're projecting so that when you deal with this person, it's like, I don't know what to do. And like, keep in mind, this could be all in your head or in the other person's head. It can be either or, and not rooted in reality or fact. So there is some confusion here because of what's being projected on you or the other person. What other messages do we have about love for pile number 2? What other messages do we have about love for pile number 2? There's confusion, but there's also celebration here. So I feel like if you're scared or worried because past stuff, don't bring past stuff into where you are now. Allow this to be what it is, right? There's something good here, but what you need to do is leave the negative thought process behind. Maybe you or the other person in this dynamic could manifest negative situations in love because you like you're one of those people who you're a master manifester, and for good or bad. Like if you think about it enough, it starts to show up in your everyday reality, and then it's almost like a confirmation, but you really put it into existence because you thought about it so much. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Oh, I'm always going to get taken advantage of. I'm always going to get taken advantage of. Then let's say that person that you're dating doesn't call you back within 5 minutes, and you're like, see, they're taking my kindness for weakness. They're taking advantage of me. They don't care about me, and it's like you catastrophize, make something what it's not. Not saying you do this. It could be anyone in this situation. I'm not blaming you, right? All of us could go through this, especially after going through stuff in the past. But what you're being asked to do moving forward is to not do that, is to not project things, is to find out things definitively. What is going on? What is this about? So in any relationship dynamic, or when you start dating again, it could be scary if you've been single for a while and you start dating again, right? Can I trust this person? Who are they? What do they mean in my life? What do they want from me, right? Instead of you projecting them being a bad person, like keep your wits about you. Don't just give anyone 100% of your trust, but also don't go into things thinking someone is out to get you. And if they're showing you with their not their words, but their actions, that they don't appreciate your existence, you need to go on to find this, honey. You need to walk away then and go on to find this. But if someone is showing you that they don't really like you or they're not into you consistently, not like misunderstanding, consistently, and you're staying in that because you're waiting for it to get better, you're basically projecting an image of something that's never going to be onto yourself, therefore hurting yourself and causing you to be more confused because you're not seeing things for what it is. Let's pull a card for, let's love. Okay. And we have patience. The hands of the clock move slowly. You might judge yourself as you race against the clock. Are you ahead or behind? Look to adjust how you measure yourself against other people or your own expectations. Cultivate your own sense of intuitive timing and let go of comparison. Are you comparing yourself or this person to other people? Are you comparing your relationships to other people's relationships? Do you feel like things should be a lot further along? Is that why you're projecting and confused because you feel like we should be doing this or doing that right now? If someone is actively wasting your time, get out of there. But if you are just projecting those things, even though this person is showing you that they care, have patience with yourself, but no, not everything needs to happen right away. Just because it's not happening right away doesn't mean it's not going to happen, right? So these are just some of the things that you can look for within the next week coming up. And let me pull, let's see what else we can pull out. broken bridge. It says unsuccessful outcome to a problem. And I feel like this has to do with your mentality. Like, you're not satisfied with the way things are. It's like you're creating problems in your head, and every single situation you try to look into, especially when it comes to love, it's like you feel like it's unsuccessful because it's not the outcome that you want. I'm so glad this came up next to it. After it. Inkpot, problems to be resolved. So this says unsuccessful outcome to a problem, but problems to be resolved. So whatever you got going on within the next week, your problems will be resolved. I need you not to focus on the things that aren't going as fast as you want them to, or aren't working out the way you want it to. I need you to focus on your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your vision. I need you to focus on what you want in love so you don't accept less than what you know you deserve. And I need you to have patience with yourself and others, especially when it comes to your love life, because we can't control what other people do. We can only control our responses to things. And you don't want to put any kind of restrictions or expectations on anyone, therefore projecting things onto them and causing yourself a lot of great pain. So Pile 2, thank you so much for checking out this reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here with me. Okay, Pile 3, last but not least. So we're going to go through transformation for the next upcoming days, expansion, what's leading you towards your destiny, and some love messages. So let's go with transformation. What area of your life is seeing the most transformation in the next 7 days, upcoming week, few weeks? What area of your life is seeing the most significant transformation? I'm going to go with, we have first house and second house that came out here. But the first thing I thought about with the first house, obviously, is self. So we have first house and second house. But the second house isn't just money. The second house has to do with self-worth. So I think all in all, the transformation that is coming to you is your self-worth. Let's see your image, how you see yourself. Do you feel worthy of the money that's coming in? Do you feel worthy of any kind of abundance coming your way? What do you feel worthy of? What do you feel like you deserve? Where are you seeing yourself? How highly do you see yourself? I feel like there's a transformation coming in your overall image, and that's a great thing. Okay. I know that's right. First of all, with the King and the Queen of Wands, they're both very attractive. They're holding the Ace of Wands. They're holding their inspiration. They're holding newness. They're holding something that is giving, that they're giving birth to something that is abundant, because you see those beautiful green trees growing out of this. And I feel like in a few weeks or months, this will be a full grown tree that they're holding on to, even though this is a stick, even though it was pulled apart from the rest of the tree and it was maybe sawed down to be able to, so it can be comfortable enough to hold and not get any splinters from it. It still has growth. It's still growing. So even when you were being pruned, even when you feel like you were in huge situations where you were learning a lot, you were still growing. So don't look at anything that you went through in your past as like, oh, that didn't teach me anything. There was always growth. You always have growth. You will always have growth. You are an abundant person. You are a spiritual person. You are someone that is meant to transform yourself in this lifetime. You could have Pisces energy. You could have heavy Pisces. I see 1 and 2, so the 12th house. The first house belongs to Aries, second house to Taurus, but we're not even going to focus on those signs. What I am seeing is just, I'm getting Pisces energy. I'm getting someone who is spiritual. I'm getting someone who can go to the depths, but I'm getting someone who might get muddied, like, a little muddied up with their self-perception, and need a reminder every now and then that they are being protected by spirit, because anytime I see animals in these cards, this is a spirit guide. Not only are you being protected by spirit, right? You're not alone, and you're also a lot more powerful than you think you are. So this transformation, that coming in with this next week, you can be put in a situation where you realize, like, damn, I'm really good at this, or I really did that I did really amazing at this, or I killed it with this, or that conversation I had, I feel like I showed up as my full self, or I'm really liking the person I'm becoming. You know what, I worked out one day last week, I'm feeling a little skinny today. Like, stuff like that. Like, you're gonna be hyping yourself up. Your self-worth will be growing within the next few days. Let's see what else we have here. We have egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. We have, don't fall out, tree, affairs with your family. Ooh. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, affairs with your family, discord amongst friend or family. We have mice. If there was an issue with family members and having to do something that like kind of affected your self-worth, like arguments about you or something, or a way you want to present yourself, or some kind of way you want to show up in the world, like, it has to, that affects your self-worth, there's going to be success with it. Like, no more do you have to explain yourself or worry about. It's almost like, when you're different than the other people around you. You're different than people around you, and so you can be in a family or sometimes deal with people that question you, or kind of like, well, why are you acting this way, or why are you that way? But you don't see anything wrong with yourself. This is you. The transformation coming is you unapologetically being yourself, and almost like presenting yourself to everyone else, saying like, this is who I am. You either fuck with it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? But having the balls to be able to stand up for yourself in that way is definitely coming up for you. So for those of you that have felt like you were dealing with not being appreciated or seen for the gem that you are, you don't need to worry about how anyone else sees you. You need to worry about how you see yourself. That's what matters. Let's get some advice for this pile, for the transformation pile. Good advice for the transformation pile. Ooh, emotions. Allow the flow of emotions to carry you, all the while trusting that you will make your way back to the shore. You are continuously responding to the moment you are in. Tune into your sensitivity and compassion. Didn't I say Pisces energy here? Pisces or Cancer energy. I feel like a lot of water sign energy in this chart. But whatever has been sent to break you down or make you feel less of yourself, it's almost like you're transmuting that and switching that around to something that is giving you blessings, or something that is making you feel empowered. So kudos to you. Way to go. Don't let anyone dictate who you are. Express yourself unapologetically. Now, let's see what area of your life is expanding. Where are you heading towards your destiny? What area of your life is expanding? How are you fulfilling your destiny in the next week? What is happening for you that's going to lead you on the right path to fulfilling your destiny? I feel like, let me shuffle it like this. I'm going to pick this one. 8th house, intimacy. So we're talking about investments. We're talking about other people's money. We're talking about secrets. We're talking about Kundalini energy, inheritance, the underworld. The 9th house, I think, is the, this is a small message for some people. Then the 9th house, I think, also correlates to the father. If you have a father that's already passed, I'm sorry to hear that. There could be an inheritance coming in with that you didn't know about. This is if someone already passed. I'm not predicting any deaths. I don't do that. I also see that, like, some of you could be learning about, also, side note, a little weird, like in accounting classes, learning about finances, learning about money, learning how to deal with other people's money. Some of you can be really good at handling other people's money, making budgets, creating spreadsheets, things that have to do with financial abundance. And I think that's like one of the things that you are brought here to do. One of the things that you are like one of your, I don't want to say your life purpose, because we have plenty of different things we're meant to do in this lifetime, but you'd be surprised that even if you hate math, you'd be surprised like how good you are at handling money. And you might be really good at handling money for other people. So you take that if it applies to you, or you don't have to. But this could also be travel for spiritual reasons. Like you're trying to go on an enlightenment trip. You're trying to go on a trip where you going to see a shaman, going to do something that is going to give you some kind of spiritual upliftment. And I think it's going to go great for you. I think it's going to start either next week, or you're going to start putting plans in motion within the next few days to get there. So look for like trips. Someone might come up to you and talk about a trip that's coming up soon that is going to be like, kind of like a wish fulfillment for you. I didn't realize so many cards fell on the floor. Anyway, okay. So I only want one card, so you can focus on one. Let's see what else is expanding for you. How are you being led towards your destiny? What else is expanding for you? Ooh, we have the Devil card here. Why do I think this is occult knowledge? I think some of you are being led down the path of learning spiritual things, and I feel like there's an obsession, but I feel like this is a healthy obsession. Look, with the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you are manifesting some form of spiritual awakening, or some kind of something spiritually. You're learning something spiritually, but you love it. It's almost like you're obsessed with it. Like you can do anything else and you choose to work on this. You choose to study. You choose to read the books on whatever this is. Let's see what we could pull from this. You can read books on manifestation, on, I don't want to say like you're looking to control anybody, but you could be interested in concepts of control, like being able to manipulate people spiritually, right? You're just looking at deeper concepts of spirituality. And I think you're loving it. I think you are really understanding spiritual concepts. And I think the more you learn and the more you'll kind of being like led down the right path, the more you start learning, the more knowledge you'll get. Like, let's say you discover tarot card readings. And then it starts with tarot card readings, and then you get into numerology, then you get into astrology, and then you get into like Vedic astrology, then you get into human design, and then you start looking up the Akashic records, and then you go get past life regression work done. Like it's something that starts here and builds because your excitement for it builds. So within the next few days, I feel like you're really learning something, some kind of spiritual concept that is going to excite you. And shit, good for you. Good for you. Let's turn this over. All right, let me pick out a card for you. Rehab basket, recognition, reward for merit. So if this is something spiritual you're learning, in the future, you will be utilizing this, and people will, you'll get a lot of positive recognition for the information that you have. Like, even if you don't do this on a large scale, you decide like you don't want to do like a YouTube channel or TikTok or anything like that. Just you interacting with people and the knowledge that you're able to give them will really be healing to them. We have Vase, a secret admirer. There's someone that is really, really into your thought process and the way you process things. Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay, I'm going to say something that's going to sound weird. But if you are one of those people that like to manifest using sex, like you understand sexual energy, that's one of the things you're learning, you can research it without going out there and having sex. Because when you become more spiritually enlightened and you are destined for a spiritual path, you have to be careful of where you're putting and who you're giving your sexual energy to. Not everyone needs to have access to that. So if your manifestation or if your teaching has to do with anything regarding sexuality, sex, and manifestation, just be mindful that you're not using that Kundalini awakening with the wrong person who isn't spiritually on your level. So they're not going to, like, it's not going to work the way of uplifting you. When you're mixing your sexual energy with the wrong person, it could take away from your life. So you want to make sure you're not mixing your sexual energy with the wrong person, honey. Just be like stingy with who you give it up to, because not everyone can handle the strong energy that you have to give. And side note, I feel like you're really good in bed, but you know, let's not get too vulgar. Okay, advice for this. I know that's right. We have expansion, which is the Jupiter card. So we have the Jupiter card twice. So if you're dealing with spiritual concepts, this is your thing. This is your thing. I'm not even going to take this one because this expansion card is what I want. When you find and follow your truth, you take off. Your values can inspire you, and your values can inspire you, and defining your unique philosophies can help you expand. Focus on your own optimism, and you may come to believe that anything is possible. We got some spiritual gurus in this pile. Woo-woo. I'm showing my age because no one does this anymore. Ugh, don't judge me. Okay, let's see what's going on with love for the next few days. Let's see what's going on with love. We have emotional, falls in love too fast, whirlwind romances can be a hit and run. And I did say be careful who you're sharing that sexual energy with, because if it's someone who's only in your life to, because I feel like whoever's watching this and dealing with this sexual concept, you have a lot of sexual energy. So you attract people, and you're not even trying to do it. Like, we can have Scorpio Venuses in this pile. We can have Scorpio moons in this pile. We can have Capricorn moons or Venuses in this pile. It's another powerful sign. We can have Libra moons or Venuses in this pile, very attracting, or Leo. Basically, think of a sign that attracts people, that people want to be around. Their light is just so encompassing. So you just want to be that, the warmth, you feel the warmth of it. I feel that with you, but you have to be very stingy about who you allow in, because if you're supposed to be on this path to spiritual enlightenment, becoming a spiritual guru, abundant spiritually, the wrong person can not deter you, but just slow you down. And you don't want to give anyone the satisfaction of being able to take away anything from you, especially when you're working so hard on building yourself. Okay, what else do we have for love for the next week? So be careful of the hit it and run type of people. Why are all these... Listen. Okay. Okay, we have stretched too thin, torn between lovers, on the rebound. Is that you? Are you caught between lovers? Are you giving this sexual energy to more than one person? Or is the person you're dealing with doing that? And then we also have grooving. Being in the moment, dance to their own beat. Everything is fine to them. Be careful of the person that comes in when it's good, wants to be intimate with you because they love how powerful it feels, how, freeing it feels to be with you, how healing it feels to be with you, but they don't give as much as you give in return. You know what I mean? Be careful of those people. This could be somebody long distance from you, but be careful to be stingy. Just be stingy with your love and your sexual energy for the next week coming up. This might not be, they're falling in love with you, they're coming back, because everything I'm seeing is about on and off again relationships. But this is someone who is moody, but this is someone who is sexually so attracted to you, it's like they can't stay away. They don't have anyone using you, because when you're trying to build or grow spiritually, sometimes you have to cut off certain things sexually, what you eat, the things you consume, because you're trying to become a better version of yourself. So be mindful of that. What advice do we have for pile 3 for this love section of their life? Playfulness. Playfulness can make your heart feel full. Have you been having enough fun lately? When and with whom do you find yourself in a joyful mood? If your enjoyment quotient has been low, let your inner child lead the way. Okay, so what I think this is trying to tell you, especially what I'm picking up from this message, is who you choose to collaborate with, because we have collaborations. Make sure that the people that you are collaborating with or dealing with for the next week moving on, they make you feel at ease. They make it feel playful, and it's not this complicated, you know, emotional, draining situation, because you need nothing but upliftment while you're on this spiritual path or deepening yourself spiritually. So just be mindful of who you're sharing that energy with, and make sure they're bringing good energy to you, you know? Ooh, we also have a path with money is waiting for you to find it. And door, opportunities are waiting for you. So if you are single or looking to break up with someone, and we do have someone that could be coming in that will be on your level spiritually, but also come with some money. So that's a good look for you. Pile 3, thank you so much for checking out this reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I hope you got something from it, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.